Hello YouTube and welcome to BryPro68, the small channel where I show images of my personal firearms collection. All knowledge is firsthand and it is a compilation of things I've learned on my own and things I've learned from watching your videos. So today we're going to look at my Polymer 80 Glock 17. I started putting this together probably a couple years ago now, and for a long while it sat with a stock Glock 17 frame underneath the KM tactical slide. The reason for that was that I was not getting positive resets when I used the aftermarket slide on the P80 frame. The funny thing is, from day one of the build, I was able to put my stock Glock 17 slide on there and use the gun without issue and have no trigger problems. But when I put the KM tactical slide on, it was having reset issues. But to compound my confusion, I could put this slide onto the Glock 17 frame where it ran flawlessly. So I went on YouTube and I got all information from all the people who were ready to tell me what my problem was, and I tried all of those things except bending the cruciform. The first thing was that on one of the rails, I forget which side it was, that there could be burrs, so I polished that. The second thing was, well, I think right out of the factory, you polish the top of the rails and make sure they're even. And then the most recent thing I tried was removing some material from somewhere on this slide. I don't remember where. I think right under this plastic, remove a little bit of material there, none of which fixed my problem. For me, the solution was in the slide, which I guess the evidence indicated from the beginning, but I literally switched every single part from the stock 17 slide, including the striker, into this aftermarket slide, and still was having reset issues. What I had to do, and it was a simple solution, luckily I just caught one video that said just try this, change the striker spring to a 6-pound spring. I put that in and I honestly didn't expect much from it. That was the issue. So for me, I needed to increase the power of my striker spring, and I could barely feel that in the trigger reset. I'm trying to do this behind the camera, not as easy as it should be. So here is, I will just let you hear how audible that reset is now, okay? Boom. It just follows my finger. Nice and audible every time. I do have an Apex trigger. I think it's just a trigger shoe, to be honest with you, but that is relatively irrelevant. What my problem was, I would reset the gun and then sometimes the trigger would stick all the way to the rearward. I got it to the point after just dry firing it about 1,000,000 times that it was somewhat reliable in resetting, but it never felt like it followed my finger, like I could outshoot the gun in speed, and I'm certainly not a fast shooter, but I just felt a little hold up when it first started going. Unless you can experience that, it's hard to know what I'm talking about, but this is right there. It just follows me. It's just how it's supposed to be. So give that a try. If you're having issues, I'm not discrediting the other YouTubers, but there's not going to be a one-size-fits-all fix to these things. For me, this worked out fine. That's all I needed was that 6-pound striker spring. So this is a decent enough setup for me. It serves its purpose. We have the HoloSun 507C and some Ameriglow suppressor height sights. All I need is a suppressor one day. All right, thanks for watching.